What's going on, y'all? It's your boy, comedian Romeo Mac. This is the Lawrencevillain podcast. I am your host. Today I'm joined by.
You know what time it is. It's your boy Smittastic motherfucker funk in the building. What's going on, y'all?
All right.
Talk to me.
Cooling, man. It's Monday, dog. What happened to you this
I
weekend?
heard that.
What you got into this weekend? Or anything? Or what's up?
Shoot, nigga. Got into some cheeks. Some new cheeks.
Cheekage?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Got into some new cheeks. You know what I mean?
Wait, was this the one that you was telling me about?
Depends. Which one is it?
You got hoes now. My nigga out here. My nigga out here. He said, shit, depends which one. The one I was
Hey,
like,
nigga.
I was like, you better fuck them titties.
Yes. Yeah.
Innocence?
Yeah.
You clapped
Yeah, actual
innocence?
factual. Actual factual.
Wow. Told you she wasn't innocent.
Oh, no, she was.
Barely.
Believe you me.
Oh, right.
Believe you me. Believe you
How
me.
are them titties, though? Fuck it.
She's was too fucking pendants, bro. You know what I mean?
Did you give her
Yo.
quadruple?
No, we're not freaking that up right now. Bro. Fuck off.
Did
Yo, this shit
you?
was so bad, bro. Fuck that. Nah. What you mean, Cinquento? Like, hold on.
I was like, nah, man. Like
That shit was fucking funny, bro.
that shit was. Well, I had an interesting weekend, but I'm gonna get to the weekend later. I first want to start with what the fuck happened to
Oh,
me today.
today. Oh, talk to me. What's going on?
All right, so you know what I'm saying. I'm driving through the park, a lot of Publix and shit, right?
Mm-hmm. Now, was this while you was at work or after work?
No, this is on my work. You know what I'm
I
saying?
got you.
So
Got you.
I don't think I ever said where I work on this podcast, and it won't be today. So I was driving.
Yeah, I
So
was
I
say,
was thinking, I was
God.
like, yeah. So anyway, I was driving, and then I seen like these two black ladies, right? And then like they're taking
All
forever
right.
to get on the curb, and the curb is like about the size of my head, dog. Like, and I'm driving up, and I'm like, yo, these hoes don't move. I'm gonna fucking run these bitches over. Yeah, what it is. Yeah, so I'm just popping shit. I ain't finna run nobody over. But that's how I was feeling. Like, goddamn, bitch, move. You know what I'm saying? Then when I get in
Right.
closer, I
Right.
see
Right.
the bitch got like a left leg brace. I see she got like a whole left leg brace, and she got a cane. So I was
All
like,
right.
oh man, this bitch is fucked up. And the other bitch with her is like trying to help her. So I'm like, oh, okay. Bitch puts up on the cane. She like, why didn't she should have put her right leg on the curb to get up. She put her left leg on the curb, and when she tried to lift herself up, she started like falling and shit. But she had the cane and shit. And the girl,
Oh,
yeah, so the girl caught her. And then mind you, when I was pulling up, I seen them too, but I also seen like a thick ass bitch sitting like at the tables or whatever. So I was like, So
yeah,
then
yeah.
like I roll past, and I see them like she's struggling with her. So it's stupid too, cause I cut off like I blocked the whole way. Granted, nobody was coming, but if someone had to come, they would have been like, "Nigga, you're blocking both sides."
Oh man. So nobody could fucking move.
Yeah, so I pull up, I hop out. I'm like, yo, y'all need some help? And she's like, ugh. I was like, I said, don't worry, I got you. So I grabbed the lady. I was like, fuck, how can I get up here? I was like, yo, just hold on to me. So she was like, okay. So she holds on to me. And I just lift her up and put her on the fucking curb. And I was like, yo, get her,
Right.
because I'm about to leave and shit. And she still had my arm. And I was like, all right, I'm letting go. All right, you know what I'm saying? So she got good. I was like, y'all good? And then I was like, all right, have a good day. During that whole story, notice, nobody said a word to me.
Yeah. Why is that?
Yeah, why is that? I'm thinking maybe she's like, oh, I gotta save her. After I get up, no, hey, thank you. None of that. I was like, yo, you fucking bitch. I should have just pushed her ass on the fucking floor. Like, yo,
I'm about to say.
yeah, you don't want to fucking thank me? Fuck you, bitch.
Nah, that's
Dog, I was tight, but
wild.
I was like, you know what? Whatever, yo. I ain't do it for that. But even though, like, I even looked around at the other people, like, ain't nobody gonna say it. Like, I just went out my way to do this shit. All right, whatever. And it's funny because the
That's
girl that was with her,
wild.
I started staring at her. Like, you know what I'm saying? When I was helping her, I was like, oh, she got a half shirt on with the belly ring. You know, dark skin. You know what I'm saying? But
Slide
then,
up your alley type shit. Yeah.
almost. But she was a stupid bitch. I was like, they must be like fucking African or something. Yeah.
Immediately there.
Yeah. Because I'm like, why are you being mean to me? Why wouldn't you say thank you?
Yeah. I
I
mean,
literally
they're
just,
the only ones that we need.
yeah, I literally just saved you from busting your whole face open. Like, yo, she was going down the slow-mo like Kevin Hart talked about. Because she had the cane, but her leg was giving out. She's like, and I'm like, oh no, I can't let this black lady fall. But black men ain't shit, though. Which
Black
leads,
man ain't shit.
black men ain't shit, though.
It's us. You know what I mean?
We're the problem. My nigga.
Can't even say thank you for me saving your ass. I just saved you a fucking.
I almost even said, yo, you're
fucking,
welcome.
You should have, bro, because you saved her goofy as a co-payment. You know what I mean? Because she would have been somewhere paying something. So, like, bitch, you better fucking act right. Like, what the fuck wrong with you?
He said you saved her a co-payment.
Bro. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, it's just the minimum. It's the minimum thing that we talking about here. We're not even. I'm not asking you to go above and
I didn't ask for
beyond
a tip.
and do
I
some
didn't ask for
shit.
you to give me the young
Yo,
girl,
just thank you.
the young lady that was
Like,
with
I
you.
appreciate that.
I didn't ask for
You didn't
her.
ask for none of that.
I should have just fucking picked her up and walked her ass to where I was at. Like, how about that? I
That
should have picked
would
her
have
when they
been,
didn't say thank you. I should have picked her up and walked her back across the street and left her there, and then we left.
and then left.
Yeah,
Yo, not even mad at that.
I'd be the
I
bad
might
guy,
even
right?
went a little further than across the street. Maybe a little further. I would have put her on another curb. Like, now you got to get down off this one and then go up another one. Yeah. Try me if you want. You got the one motherfucking one. You better say things. Shit.
Yep. But you know what? It also made me
No.
think because I'm like, I'm tired of being nice. But I was like, you know what? It's all good, man. I'm just a nice guy. I don't need to. It's tiresome, but I'm just a nice guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you don't need to be. I mean, yeah, it gets like that sometimes, and shit get reciprocated and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But hey, that's their karma that gonna come back and bite them in the ass. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Fuck all
want to
that.
say that, but my karma, like, I never get it. I mean, I guess. I mean, let me stop. I do get it. I get it. Okay. It's just, I get it. Let me just stop talking about it now. I get it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm about to say you
Because
get it, and
I do a lot.
that's it.
Okay, and I don't get nothing
You
for it.
get
You know what I'm saying? I do a
Yeah, I'm
lot, and
about
I
to say
don't. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
your karma.
Yeah.
You don't get a lot for it. Yeah, but niggas be doing the most.
Yeah,
That's your
right.
karma right
You know
there.
what I'm saying?
Hey, yeah. Yo,
Because
caught you
Lord
slipping
knows,
just there, but I'm gonna let it go.
right? Because Lord knows I should have seen someone's jail once. So I'll take that as good
Oh,
karma.
you know what? We're just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah. Because I've done a
Yeah,
lot of shit.
nothing. Hey. Shut up before they start trying to fucking put pieces together and figure out where the fuck you've been.
Nah, it's like this
Well, back
weekend.
in 2019.
That leads into this weekend story. Once again, being
All right, talk
nice.
to me. Oh shit.
Being nice. Even though the narrative, I'm sure they're going to flip it another way. But it's okay because I don't care.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
I don't give a fuck. So check it. So
all right.
so I'm like I listen to Miss Pat. She's a comedian. I listen to her podcast, right?
Yeah.
Supporting her. She's from Atlanta. This, that, and the third. I'm down here, and she's funny. And like 4 years ago, like I don't want to say she was a nobody, but she wasn't as known. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like 4 years ago. So when she started her podcast, it started just growing because people know who she is and stuff. So now she's
Hell
got
yeah,
like
hell yeah.
her fan base and shit and that. So I'm in the
Mm-hmm.
and they created a Facebook group. So I was like, oh, okay, cool, because in my head I'm like somehow I'm gonna try to flip this on some networking shit, even though I really don't post that much in the group like everyone else. I just might post a funny video or something, but like I don't post nothing personal or nothing like that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Hell,
yeah.
I don't even do that on Facebook.
Right, nigga.
Yeah. So so yeah, so she did her podcast and stuff, and like after, cause she got her show on BET and shit. So like
Uh, true, true.
after first season type shit, she's on some like, yo, I'm gonna throw a party for like some of the podcast members. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna throw a party in Atlanta, and you gotta do this, that, and the third to get the tickets or what. I'm not really sure what you had to do to get an invite because, like I said, like I support her, but I don't like listen to all the stuff, and I'm like not a diehard. Not trying to try. I'm just saying like I'm just supporting. I subscribe, I listen. You know what I'm saying? And I think she's
Yeah,
funny.
yeah.
Yeah. But her group is like full of like loyal, diehard fans, which is cool. I'm like, damn, that's what you want, man. People to fucking fuck with you every week, and that's what you want.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Like they don't miss an episode. Like, what I'm saying? I might have missed some episodes because I listen to other
Yeah,
podcasts and I be doing shit. But like, I can tell these people don't miss an episode because even when stuff's in the like Facebook group, like they're all like familiar with each other. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
Which in the beginning I kind of was, interacting more, but then after a while, because she got more famous and there's more people, and then I was like, nah, a lot of people, certain stuff in that group, the people were posting. I'm like, I'm not trying to see this every day, so I wouldn't go check on it like I used to. You know what I'm saying? So,
Heard.
so long story short, she's like, oh, she's throwing a party, this, that, and the third. So I'm trying to think, should I be nice? No, I'm just gonna be me. Fuck it. Yeah. So there's this one chick, right? She be interacting a lot, and then like she posted like a picture, and I was like, damn, yo, cause you know how I like my women, you know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Like she
I
was like
already
she was
know.
like tall and shit and large, you know what I'm saying? That's how I described them. Clearly, they don't like that word, you know what I'm saying? It's I'd rather say large than big, cause to me, big means fat. You know what I'm saying? And large to me means like you see this and the measurements of this. If I had a machine to make it grow, it would still all be the same. It'd just be larger, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you talk. Yeah, I get what
Yeah,
I'm picking up. What you putting down there.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like if you could shrink up, make it larger, but the
Propor-
same proportions. You know what
proportion.
I'm saying? So
Yeah,
when I
yeah,
say
yeah. Yeah.
large, it's not like, oh, you're a fat chick. It's like, yo, you're a large woman. You know what I'm saying? Which I like. I like a lot of women. You feel me? So
Heard that.
so this chick, you know what I'm saying? She posted a picture and shit. And I'm like, damn, yo, she kinda got the fat ass and shit. Older, tall as
Yeah,
fuck. I'm
right up
like,
your alley.
you know what I'm saying?
Dark skin.
Nah, like maybe like my complexion. Actually, she might
Oh,
have been a
okay.
tad lighter. My complexion.
All right.
I'll show you her later. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
so
shit.
so she posted some shit, and I commented on it like, oh, like I like that shit, and then she was like responding back, right? So we're like going back and forth like on the comment shit to the point where I
Right.
like send her a message. I'm like, yo, I'm not playing.
Like this is for real.
Yeah, I was
Like
like, well, if you're talking like that, like I'm not playing. And so she's on some like I'm not playing either. I'm grown. I was like, oh, word. You know what I'm saying? So she's
say
like,
less.
are you going to the party? Like I'm going to the party. I was like, I don't even know how people were getting invitations and shit.
Right.
Because I guess maybe like the Patreon people were getting like first dibs or something. I don't know if this girl's a Patreon member. I feel like a lot of people are Patreon members. Because like I said, like she's got a strong fan base and they support,
Right.
which is great. That's what we all want. You know what I'm saying? So she's like, "Oh yeah, I got mine. This, that, and third." And I think I think you got to bring a +1, and I think she's like, "I'm bringing my friend" or something like that. I was like, "Oh, well, that's cool." You know what I'm saying? I live there, so I don't have to, go to this party to be in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? I just live here
Yeah.
already. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing for me me to pull up any.
Mm.
You out here, I'll pull up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Say that. Absolutely.
Which is funny because some girl in the comments, she referenced the comment later because she seen how we were interacting. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Because there was even something, I'm like, something like, I'm put a baby in you or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And the girl referenced it later, like, yo, I thought y'all seen y'all flirting, like y'all was supposed to make a baby or some shit. You know what
Oh.
I'm saying? I was like, she remembered.
Oh.
So,
Talking spicy.
so yeah. So, everything was going. And this is when, remember, I was like, yo, I'm about to hit the gym, get this weight back on. Cause like, me and her were like, we had
Yeah.
set these
Yeah.
goals. We are like, yo, we're going to hit the gym. Like, we're going to look really nice for each other. You know what I'm saying? Even not saying nobody looks
Right.
bad now. You know what I'm saying? But we going to do it up. And I think we worked out for like a week or two or some shit. Like we were like, referencing back like, oh yeah, I worked out today. I was like, well, I ain't start today. I start next week. Like, holding each other accountable type shit. So we just kind
Right.
of got too busy and shit. And it was just like, yo, fuck this damn gym. Fuck the gym. But I was finna get back
Oh
in.
man.
I got back in. You know what I'm saying? So then I hit her up.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is where everything went left.
Oh shit. Here we fucking go.
Hold on.
Well, you know it's real.
I feel like this is where everything went left.
Nah, he talk to me. What happened?
So I was like, yo, I just left the gym. Like, what's your status? You know what I'm saying? She's like, oh, like, I gave up on that shit. And I was like, nah, I don't do that. Like, let's do it. And then she was like, what did she say? I'm just gonna embrace the weight. I'm not sure if I told you this story in the past. I told somebody, I was like, a
No.
girl told me she was gonna embrace the weight. So I was like,
No. Okay.
so I said, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, and I didn't mean it in a bad way. I was like, oh wow, like Lizzo really got y'all turned out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, embrace the weight. Like, that's Lizzo talk. And there's nothing wrong with that. I was just saying it. You know what I mean?
Bro, your choice of words was terrible. Like it was horrendous. Like you can't put the disclaimer before you started this story talking about, oh, I call women large because I don't want them to feel like I'm calling them fat or whatever. And then the next thing you're talking about fucking Lizzo empowerment and all that. Like what is wrong with you, bro? Like what you got going on?
Look,
Right?
man. Look.
Yes, that's exactly where it turns south, bro. Right there is where it turns south. Like, what do you mean,
Cause
bro?
she was like, hold on, I ain't no damn Lizzo. I was like, yo, I didn't say you were Lizzo. I said Lizzo got y'all
Well, there
turned.
it
Like,
is.
talking about like
There it is. There it
embrace the
is.
weight.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then,
Mm-hmm.
but you know me, you know what I'm saying? Like I said at the podcast thing, I'm like, you know me, like, I'm like, dog, God forbid you got upset. You, oh, I don't want to talk to you. I'm like, well, I'm not losing anything. I'm literally trying to get pussy that I don't want to say don't need to get, but if it didn't happen, it's not like anything changed for me. I'm not getting what I don't have, basically. So, so I said that, and I think like a week later, what the fuck happened? Actually, this might have been before. I don't know if this is before or after, but I was like, yo, I might, because it was October 15th, the day of the podcast. Wait, did I say the podcast part yet? No, I said the party.
Nah,
Okay, yeah.
you
So,
said the party.
yeah, that's what happened. This Lizzo stuff, this is recent. So when we were flirting back and forth stuff, I'm like, yeah. Hit me up when you come to the party. You know what I'm saying? When that party shit is over, like when you still in town, pull up, or I'll pull up on you, whatever. You know what I'm saying? She's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think I sent her a picture. She sent me one or something. Just general flirty stuff. So then She sends me like this link because Miss Pat, she's like, well, Miss Pat's doing a live podcast, and
Oh, okay.
there's a seat open right next to me. So I was like, oh, like you want me to come? And she's like, yeah. I was like, oh, that's nothing. I'll go buy that ticket. I said that comedy club's right down the street from my house. Matter of fact, I've performed there before. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing for me to get there.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, oh yeah, cool. And then further down, then later down the road, that's when the no, actually before that, I was like, yo, I'm not gonna be able to come. And she's like, oh, like why? I was like, oh, like they're having like this like rally in DC that I'm gonna be going to,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they're trying to line it up on the same day or whatever. And she's like, oh, that's that sucks. I'm like, I'm not even gonna be there the whole weekend. You know what I'm saying? So we're like, oh well, I think she even said something like, well, I don't need the thing to come, like the thing, like I live in Florida, like I'm there a lot. You know what I'm saying? I could always,
Oh, all right. Talking that shit. I
yeah,
like to hear it.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, cool. Then turns out they couldn't get it for that date, so they set a new date, November 5th. Y'all go to DC. They said new date. You know what I'm saying? So I hit her back. I'm like, yo, I'm back good. I'm rolling. I'm going. You know what I'm saying? She's like, yeah. So then, like a couple weeks later, mind you, this has been going on for like a long time, like
All right, I
a
got you.
few,
Got you.
I don't know, like months of weeks. You know what I'm saying? I feel like,
This nigga said months and
yeah,
weeks.
maybe 6 months or some shit.
Oh, oh, okay. So y'all got some timing on the bullshit.
Just on the chit chat talking shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Cause
yeah,
it was never nothing major like on both ends. We just like, yeah, I'm gonna see you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Whatever.
yeah.
Not like, hey, how are you doing? Oh, I miss you. Like none like that. You know what I'm saying?
Not like that.
Nah.
Yeah, I get you. You ain't have to do all that. But yeah,
So then I did the Lizzo thing. You know what I'm saying? Then like a couple of weeks later, I forgot what I said. I was like, oh, the thing's next
like, so
month,
did you go to the podcast?
huh?
So
Oh
you
yeah,
did the
we're
Lizzo
getting
thing
there. We're
before the
getting there. We're
podcast?
moving along. We're getting there. I'm doing this whole thing.
Oh
I'm setting
no,
the
bro.
whole thing up. You feel me?
All right, talk to me.
So a couple of weeks after the Lizzo thing, maybe like a week or two later, I forgot what I said. I was like, oh, like yo, we got like 1 month or some shit. And she's like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
I got bad news. I was like, oh, what's up? She's like, oh, I have a boyfriend now. I was like, oh, like that's cool. Like I don't know if you're telling me to tell me or like I'm like, are you like telling me to tell me it's off or you just telling me to let me know? Because I'm like, that's cool if you got that.
All right.
And then I feel like she was like, nah, it's not gonna happen or something like that. And in my head, I was like, the Lizzo shit. I shouldn't have said the Lizzo shit. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just be
Shouldn't
cool.
have said it.
I shouldn't have said the Lizzo shit. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just be cool. I was like, yeah, like, all right, yeah, that's cool, whatever. But then I was like, dang. I was like, now I gotta sit next to you. You know what I'm saying? Because I brought the ticket next to you. Because then, and she was like, no, I think I said something like, oh, that doesn't matter. She's like, I'm bringing him. I was like, oh, well, that's when I was like, well, let me fall back because I ain't, you know what I'm saying, trying to be a part of that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So then I'm thinking in my head, well, I was like, well, cool, maybe I could bring someone now. Like, I was like, yo, they got any more tickets open? Shit, I'll see if I can bring someone. She's like, I think so or something. Some shit
All
happened.
right.
So then as it gets closer, it'd be like, oh, it's like 2 weeks, it's like a week, whatever. I was like, yeah. Because at first, I was like, I might not go. You know what I'm saying? She's like, oh, why? I was like, well, like everything's different now. And then I was like, I also have shit to do that weekend. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course I'm going to put that shit to the side to get some pussy. But, you know what I'm saying? If the pussy on the table, I'm handle my business. But I was
Right.
like, you know what? I'm going to go because I'm tired of buying tickets to shit and not going. Because I'm like, fuck that shit. Because I buy it so long ago. It Like when I buy tickets for shit, I buy it so long ago. Like when the day comes up, if I miss it, I don't care. It's not like it came in my pocket that day. I'm like, this money was spent months ago.
Heard that.
Yeah. So then let me take a drink. My mouth dry.
This guy.
So then what happened after that? My bad. I'm fucked up over here. Well, I'm getting it. Day of, let's just say.
All right.
Actually, day before. Actually, we'll do the week of. So there's this one
Damn,
guy.
nigga, figure it the fuck out.
I'm trying to. I just don't want to skip it. You know me, I'll tell a whole story and forget like 20 minutes of a story and be like, oh man, I forgot this one part. So the week of, you know what I'm saying? Like there's this one guy, he makes like these funny ass pictures in the group, like roasting
Mm-hmm.
like the podcast the three people on the podcast. And it just be funny. And then like the one guy on the podcast, like, oh, I'm gonna kick his ass, just talking and stuff. Like, oh, if he comes to the party, he's like, oh, I'm definitely coming. Like he be making this funny shit. So everyone was like, oh, we can't wait to see what he looks like, cause like he doesn't have no pictures on his shit. Just like I guess like created pictures, you know what I'm saying? So they're like, oh, we can't wait to see him. We can't wait to see him. We can't wait to see him. So then the party is on a Friday. The party happens. They're posting pictures in the group and stuff. I'm commenting the girl like, oh, look, yeah, I see you. Yeah, I got the 90s theme or whatever. So then like everyone was looking for the guy, and I guess they found him. So they're like posting pictures of him, and like all the comments were like, oh, like he's so handsome, he's so cute, this, that, and the third. Actually, I seen a post that kept saying that, and I was just like, because they was like, I bet he's gonna look like this. Everyone doing that talk. So I like see a picture of him, and I'm just like, not judging nobody or whatever, but I was like, wow, a lot of people are saying that. No offense, nobody. I'm like, he just looked like a regular white guy. You know what I'm saying? I guess everyone was expecting some fat slob loser that just does shit on the internet. I was like, he
Oh
just looks
my
like a regular
god.
white, the beard with a flannel shirt. He just looked like a regular guy. But they was like, oh, he's so handsome, he's so cute, this, that, and third. So I was like, oh yeah, like I know my nigga about to get some pussy out there. You know what I'm saying? Because he got the bitches on his dick and
Like
shit,
you
right?
got going crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I forgot who I was talking to on the phone, because I was talking to them while it happened. I was like, yo, you want to hear the messed up thing? And she's like, what? I was like, nothing against this guy, but like the way they're like speaking of him, I said, I guarantee I will not be spoken of like that. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, it will probably be the complete opposite. I said, people go out their way. I don't know why they like to be mean to handsome men, because I'm handsome, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I stand on it. You know what I mean? So, but I was like, well, maybe like if they're doing that, you know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. Granted, I'm not hating on dude. I was just pointing that out to reference that I made a, a prediction before the thing happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, I won't be
Right.
received the same way. So then, boom, the day comes, right? I'm doing all this stuff, running around, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? The thing starts at 3. I was trying to get there by 2, but shit held me up. I didn't get there till like 2:45 because I was trying to get there early to drink. So, I get into the comedy club, you know what I'm saying? And then the lady walks me to my seat. Now, I sat at the tables right at the stage, right in front of
Okay.
where they got the whole podcast set up. It's like the front, right there.
Right.
Like you touch stage. It was as close to me to this camera. You know what I'm saying? So I noticed, I'm like, someone's in my seat, and the girl's just there. And I'm like, well, where's my seat? You know what I'm saying? And she's like, this is your seat. But the seat in front was open. So I was like, I'll just sit here. So then, because there was a large.
Oh, here we go with the large word.
In my chair. So I'm like, let me scoot around this person. Then I was like, oh, yo, what's up? Like, oh, it's the old girl. Because I'm like, this is a table full of women. I thought she was bringing her boyfriend or some shit. So I'm not thinking to see her at the table. I'm like, maybe they got different seats. They're doing something else. And when I say large, I
Right.
mean good. Like, yo, thick thighs, fat ass, big titties. Yeah, big lips. Cute. So then I sit down. I'm like, oh, matter of fact, no. Only she was at the table. The 2 other people were not there yet. So I sit down. Mind you, some of the story might get a little tricky because I got drunk before the podcast even. Dog, they had these giant shots, man. I told her specifically I want a shot. I'm like, did she give me 2 double shots? Like my second shot, it took me like 3 tries. You know me, I was like, damn, this is tough. It was damn near a full cup, man. I was like, yo, we're getting people fucked up.
It was going crazy.
So like, boom. So we're sitting down, and then we just chit chatting, and off rip, I'm like, yo, she's mad mean to me. You know how girls do me.
Uh-oh.
They be mean and shit, like how Monique used to be.
Uh-oh.
Just mean. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this is probably part of her thing. But in my head, I'm like, she acts real different from like the text messages. But I'm like, I ain't finna say nothing because I'm not stunting it. At this point, I came for the podcast.
Yeah, you're not even here for the bit no more.
Yeah, I came for the podcast, and it's funny because I was on the phone, and then the person on the phone was like, well, like I know you gonna do something. I was like, nah, I'm literally just going for the podcast. I said, I'm no tricks up my sleeve. I'm not trying to get no attention.
Like, this is what I'm here for.
None of that, because you know
like,
me.
I'm here for this. Yeah.
When shit like that happens, I get attention. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, nah, I'm literally not going there for none of that. I'm just going there to get a laugh from the live podcast and say I was there, and support all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, nah, I know you. I'm like, all right. So boom, fast forward. Now we're at the table. We're sitting there chit chatting, talking and stuff. I forgot what the hell we were talking about. But then I said, my dumb man. That's when I was like, you're larger. You're a lot larger than what I thought. Like I knew she was gonna be tall, but she was like tall.
Oh, okay.
And I knew she was gonna be thick, but she was like thick. I'm talking about legs. You know what I'm saying? Granted, it all looked great to me. You know what I mean? Breast, all that. I'm like, wow, she's like a lot larger. Even like her sitting in the chair, she was like, she made the chair look. She wasn't all the way in that chair. That girl was right. You know what I'm saying? I think I said that shit to her. I was like, oh, because she was like large.
Did you say it to her? That's the real question.
She was like large. I was like, nah. I was like, that's just how I talk. I was like, that's what I like. I said, I like women that are large. I should explain the big part because I was like, I wouldn't call someone big because to me, big means fat. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have large hands. I don't have big hands. I have skinny hands. But I have large hands. And I have large feet. You know what I'm saying? I have a big head. You know what I'm saying?
Shut the fuck up, nigga.
Like, if you shrunk my head down, it wouldn't look the same if you kept the same proportions. Therefore, it is big. It needs to be like this.
Oh
so then, like, I'm like, yo, why are you in my seat? No. I think I said large after this. Because I'm like, yo, you're in my seat. Like, and she was like, I'm too big to sit there. And I think that's when I was like, oh, yeah, you are actually a lot larger than, you know what I'm saying? She said it. She's like, I'm too big to sit there.
Boy.
Because, the chairs are like back to back and they're at the table. But she was at the end where she could turn it facing the thing. So she had space. So I was like, oh, yeah, that's no cool. I'll sit here. And I told her, I was like, but if I'm sitting here, we're going to get attention. And she's like, oh, like, I don't want that. Because she also said that too. She's like, plus, I don't want, all that attention stuff. I was like, if I sit here, we're getting attention. Like, hell, I wouldn't be surprised if I got a microphone. Because I know how I am. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just know the atmosphere of where it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was a lot of, we're in Atlanta. So if you're not from Atlanta, you want to see Atlanta stuff. Because me and her even said, I was like, this is the most amount of non-black people I've ever seen in this comedy club. Because I come here a lot. Yeah, it's a black comedy club. You know what I'm saying?
No, I know that. Yeah.
Like, she got a diverse group of fans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we're sitting there talking this, that, and third. And then these 2 other people come sit down at our table. These 2 Asian girls, right? There was an older one.
Okay.
And there was a younger one.
Okay.
And I'm not sure what their relation was, if they even were related. But you could tell the older one was the leader. And the younger one was tagging along with her for what, you know what I'm saying? She was not the leader.
Right.
So I forgot what happens. I'm over there, I'm making small jokes or whatever. And they're all being like mean and shit. And I'm sitting here like, why are they being so mean?
To you?
Yeah.
What the hell?
That
Oh,
might have
this
been when I said the
them
large thing.
niggas.
I don't know. She might have brought it back up because I remember the other Asian girl. She was like, "You're small. You're a petite little man or something." Actually, no, because we were talking about where we were from and stuff. And then they were like New York. I was like, "Oh yeah, like me too." Like what part? And then the one girl was like, "I'm from the Bronx," and the other girl was like, "I'm from Queens." I was like, "Y'all are from the New Bronx and the New Queens." And she's like, "Well, where you from?" I was like, "I'm from Long Island." And she's like, "Ah." I was like, "Yo, say what you want. Like that's where I'm
Yeah.
from." I was like where y'all are saying it like this, but it ain't what it was when you know that shit don't mean shit now. Like I'm from Brooklyn. That shit ain't what it was. All that stuff ain't what it was. But I was like, yeah, we're from New York. I was like, but I live here now. And they're like, oh yeah, that's cool. So we're chit chatting and stuff. And then like I'm doing everything to get the waiter. The waiter ain't fucking coming. I'm like, what the fuck, yo? To the point where I just have my hand up like a fucking kid in school. I'm trying to get the drinks and shit.
Oh my god.
So then the lady comes through and I'm like, oh yeah, let me get a drink. I said, matter of fact, let me get 2 shots of vodka. And then she was like, is this all together or is it separate? I was like, it's fucking separate. What the fuck?
Yeah, like
And then the girl I went there to kick it with, she was like, I'm on his bill. And I was like, nah, she's good. And then at that point, I was like, matter of fact, do y'all want some? I don't want to be that guy. Y'all want something too? They're like, nah, we're fine. I was like, all right, cool. I was like, so I guess it's, just us. And she wanted her 2 shots of Crown. Well, she knocked them motherfuckers down. I was like, yo, I like girl to take a shot better than me. She 2 of them, large shots. So then, where am I in my story? Yeah, I took my first shot, and then shit starts going. So now I'm like, really talking with them, and I don't really remember what's going on. I just remember them like teaming up on me and shit to the point where they were like, "We're gonna take a picture, just us." I was like, "All right, cool. I'm gonna take a picture of y'all taking a picture, just y'all with me in front of it, holding my camera, watching them." I was like, "This is." I said, "When y'all post that, I'm gonna post," and they left me out. You know what I'm saying?
goofy ass nigga.
So then, yeah, we take the pictures, all that and stuff. So I'm
So
trying.
did you
I'm
take the
just
pictures like that when they took it? Did you
yeah,
take one in front of
and
it?
then we all took one together.
That's fucking hilarious.
I'm just trying to make sure I do. I'm trying to make sure I get everything straight before the podcast starts. So we're drinking. This that. I see the guy that everyone was like, oh, I was like, yo, that one thing you made, like, it was hilarious as fuck, because he was sitting next to us too. And
Word.
so yeah, so then they're getting ready to bring the people out. Everyone's standing, clapping. Now this part might get blurry because I'm like, yo, that drink is hitting. Even the girl, like after she took her shot, like 5 minutes later, she's like, yo, I'm feeling it. Like I'm drunk. I was like, yeah, this is hitting faster than what the fuck I thought. You know what I'm saying? Like we got drunk in like 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? By the time they were on the stage, we were drunk.
Oh man.
And I feel like that might have been everybody because niggas was eating wings and shit. I was like, that's how drunk niggas eat wings. Like it wasn't like I'm waiting. It was like, oh shit, I'm drunk. The drinks was good. And I
Like, I
even
need
said it.
to
I was like, yo,
sober
I
up.
come here all the time. I've never had a shot like this. Ever. And when I leave, there's like 4 shots on
What?
my bill. I only had 2, and I was straight. To the point where the second one, I was like sipping. Then I was like, yo, fuck this shit. I'm going to just throw it back, take the shot. So, I don't know what else happens there. Someone else could fill in the blanks. But the podcast starts, right? So they're doing the
Yeah.
podcast and shit. All this is going. And then they bring out Donnell Rawlins. Ashy Larry. I'm rich, bitch. Chappelle Show. They bring out
Yeah.
Donnell
Yeah.
Rawlins, right? And everything's going. And then the white guy says something. He's like, can I say it? He whispered it into the black guy's ear. And the black guy was like, hell no, you can't say that. Like, I'm actually offended you even whispered that in my ear. Like, they're laughing and stuff. And then Miss Pat's like, well, I want to hear it. Like, what? So he whispered in her ear. And she's like, hell nah, nah, nah. And then, like, people were like, well, what'd you say? Yeah. So I'm just sitting. I'm like, nah, don't say it. Like, whatever it is, don't fucking say it. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't. it must be fucked up towards black people or something. Or, don't say it. Whatever the fuck.
Right. Whatever it is,
So he
just
points
keep
at
it to
me.
your fucking self right now.
He's like, no. He's like, you know what? I'm not going to say it. My attorney right there told me not to say it. So I was like, oh, that's funny. You know what I'm saying? I'm going with everything. And then something happens.
Yeah, going along with it.
I'm trying to think. That's why I need, when it comes out tomorrow, I might do another podcast explaining it again because I don't remember a lot. But if I see the video, maybe I'll start, remembering, like, because I don't remember how I got a microphone. Only thing I remember, right before they gave me the mic, I said something, get a large girl, or some shit like that. Large is just playing its way.
Large is in everything today. Oh my God.
So
I really wish I was there, because if I was there, I'd remember all this.
Yeah, I wish you was there, son, because it would have fucking helped me remember everything.
Yo, oh my God.
I even told the girl, I was like, yo, I'm doing a podcast Monday. Like, you want to be on it? Because to help tell the story. So they're talking about something. I don't remember, but I'll know tomorrow. They're talking about something. And I'm like, I say something. And then the white dude was like, he's like, what'd you say? And I said it again, and he hands me the mic. And when he handed me the mic, I was like, cool. So I kicked back, and I put my feet up on the stage. And I'm talking. I'm not really sure what I'm saying.
But you talking.
I'm talking about something, you know what I'm saying? And then Donnell's like, don't give him a mic. Why are you giving the mic away? Donnell's like, the other guy was like, well, I'm trying to hear what he's saying. So, like, I get a mic back or whatever, and I'm sitting back. And then Donnell, like, walks up, and he, like, holds the mic. But I ain't gonna flex, because I said it, too. And you'll see this. This is the parts I'm starting to remember, you know what I'm saying? I know you can hear me say, I'm like, bro, I'm not talking on that mic. Like, why you got it in front of you? I'm not finna talk on your mic. Why you holding it?
Bro, ain't no way.
Yeah.
Ain't no way he did it like that.
Yeah, I was like, bro, I'm not talking to your mic and you're holding it and shit. I'm good. And then Miss Pat, she reached her mic. No, I think first he gave me the mic and then he took it back and then did like this. And I was like, nigga, I ain't talking on that mic. And then Miss Pat was like, here. I said, I'll talk on Miss Pat's mic. So now I forgot what we're talking about. And he was like, he looks like one of those yas dudes. And you know what I'm saying? Because I listen to Donnell's podcast too. That's his reference for gay people. So I'm like, oh, okay.
You want to talk about mamas.
And that's what I mean by being nice. That's the route I didn't take. I didn't take that route. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, what? Because mind you, it's not about me. Because, like, when he said that, like, everyone's laughing. So, you've been in the comedy club with me before. Maybe not, but, like,
yeah,
I'm in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever it is, I'm in it. If I'm the roast of the joke, I'll just be the joke, for the sake of the show. Like, which I told dude later. I was like, oh no, it's all good. Like, I'm like, it was for the show. Like, I'm glad people were at least laughing or found it entertaining, whatever. So then, after he did that, I was like, nigga, like, stop with that shit. And then there was like another comedian, and he tried to bandwagon too, and I was like, typical. Two people.
All right.
What? Yeah, I'm like, yo, in my head, I'm like, yo, typical. That's like, two people who I look way better than accusing me of being away when I'm sitting at a table full of women. As a matter of fact, table to the left of me was full of women. I'm surrounded by women, chilling, making them laugh. But whatever. But you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking, but I'm like, oh.
Did you say that out loud?
No. No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean.
That would be fantastic.
That's what
but you was in it. You was in it.
Because I wasn't trying to steal from it. And then, like, they also was, like, trying to take the mic back and shit. And I'm like, am I on the mic? Am I off the mic? I don't fucking know. So he's doing all that. So once he did, I'm like, bro, I literally came here. Because I also wasn't, like, trying to involve the chick. But she wasn't helping. I'm like, yo, fuck this shit. That's when the second drink kicked in. I was like, yo, fuck this shit. I was like, yo, man, I came here because she told me to come. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they're like, oh, what? So I'm explaining to her. I'm like, yo, she invited me. I wouldn't have known. She sent me the thing, and she told me to come. So I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll go. And then, mind you, the whole time I'm talking to her, the girl's behind me. Like, anything I'm saying and whatever, I'm grabbing her leg. You know what I'm saying? Behind me. Because She didn't want all that, and I'm like, yeah, I told you it was gonna like. I'm grabbing her leg, and she's like hitting me like, stop, stop, stop. I think to the point where she even gets up. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like grabbing her leg. I'm like, yeah, look, I'm doing it. We're in
Oh
trouble now.
my
You know what I'm
god.
saying? so so then what the fuck? Yeah, I forgot what I was saying. We're going back and forth, but I'm like, yeah, she told me to come. Like I came because she told me this, that, and third. And they're like, oh, you like her? I was like, well, I mean, I wouldn't say I like her, you know what I'm saying? But like we came to kick it, you know what I'm saying? And she's like, oh, like how girls do. Oh, so you like her? I'm like, oh, fine, yeah, for sure, I like her, whatever. And then I forgot what happened. And I was like, well, she had a boyfriend, so like and she's like, do you like him? And I don't know what
Wait,
the
who
hell she
said
was
that?
saying.
Miss
Miss
Pat
Pat,
said that?
she's questioning us now.
He's going.
While them two niggas are
Well,
trying to
there
go
goes
with
the
the
attention you
yas
didn't
and
want.
shit, and I'm sitting here like, to the point where he kept going, to a point where I shut it down, because Miss Pat said something. She's like, well, she's a lot bigger than you. I said, that's what I said. I said, but I like him like that. You know what I'm saying? I like a girl that can help you move furniture and fight a bitch. You know what I mean? And then I guess the other dude on the stage knew her from the thing, because he kept calling her by name. He's like, oh, Ashley. And I was like, oh, yeah, her name is Ashley. Because I don't look at the fucking names. I just look at the posts when they post shit. You know what I'm saying? So, unless you're, like, mentioned and it's highlighted. But then, like,
God.
so then Donnell, he kept on going with it. And I'm sitting here like, yo, bro, like, what are you doing?
He's
I'm like, son, this isn't my first time meeting you. This is not my first time meeting Donnell Rawlins. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know,
huh.
I met my last job. I met plenty of celebrities. I used to see him often
Yeah.
and chit chat with him at the airport. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And then I was like, yo, son, this ain't my first time meeting you. And I was like, and you didn't say none of this when I met you before. And then Miss Pat said something. I said, this is my first time meeting either of y'all. You know what I mean? And neither of y'all was saying this. Granted, Miss Pat wasn't saying it. I don't remember. But yeah, she wasn't saying it. But I was just saying, I was like, this ain't my first time meeting either of y'all. Like, now y'all saying this, that, and the third. Well, not y'all, but, him. And then I think he
Yeah.
said something like, well, you must not be rememberable. And I want to say so bad, like, nigga, who remembers fans? Maybe the diehards and the stands. But who remembers? Nigga,
Yeah.
I don't remember who I met today.
I heard that.
Yeah, so then,
Nah, that nigga bugging, bro.
so then they carried on with their stuff and whatever. And then, me and the girl were sitting there chit-chatting, laughing and stuff. I was like, yo, I told you if I fucking sit here, it was going to happen and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I think the other girls were saying something too, because I left this part out earlier. The two girls we were sitting with. Now it's hitting me. Yeah. It was two Asian girls we were sitting with, right? The older or younger. This was before the podcast even started. The Asian girl the older one was like aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like everything she said had aggression to it. But I'm like, yo, it's all good, because I'm combating it with jokes. She's like when I was like, yo, are y'all doing this in Atlanta? Yo, y'all should check this out. Like, where y'all at? And I made a joke. I was like, yo, y'all went to the hood? And she's like, I'm from the hood, so I don't need to see the hood. And I was just like, well,
Oh, God.
it's different out here. You might do what to see.
It
She's
is.
like, no, I seen enough. That's when I was like, oh, where y'all from and shit. I was like, oh, the Bronx, yeah. And in my head, I'm just like, no, you ain't seen no fucking hood. Not if you live there. Not if you live there. You know what I'm saying? You're not hood.
Oh my
It just is what
God.
it is.
You could tell off rip like,
No, I can just tell by how,
that ain't the one.
I don't want to say chippery, but giggly and chippery. Granted, she wasn't like that with me, but that was just her, personality. But
She was bubbly.
the one she was with, though, man, I kept calling her my nigga all night. I was like, yo, son, you my nigga, dog.
The younger one?
Yeah, yo. She was funny because she kept laughing at shit I was saying that I'm like, you're laughing at shit you're not supposed to be laughing at. Because, like, the older one would look like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? And she was like, oh.
Oh, no.
I was like, yo, son, you funny. Like, she couldn't hold it in, yo.
That's
But like I
fantastic.
said,
I
they were
love
like,
it.
I don't want to say they, I don't know, they were like defensive. I don't know why. They were just, they were girls versus guy. I guess they were all, once I said the large thing, they were just, because that's when the girl was like, yeah, he's just a petite man. He's petite. And I was like, actually, I am petite. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm very fit and small, and I wouldn't say petite, but if you're saying it, yeah, I actually am. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in shape with the smallness and stuff. And then she starts going like, "You're a little man. You're a little man." And the way she's doing it, I'm like, "You're not talking about me no more. Like, you're now you're trying to type my manhood." I was like, "Yo, there's no fucking way I'm finna have an Asian tell me I have a little dick." You know what I'm saying?
Ain't no way, bro.
No, I said that to her.
Ain't no way, bro. Oh my
Yeah.
god, bro. So ain't no way I'm gonna let an agent tell me I got a little bit. Like you got me fucked up, bitch. Oh my god, bro. Knowing you, how many shots were you in?
I just took the two, but it was four because those were double shots.
Yeah, okay, so it didn't hit yet. I'm surprised you didn't do the fucking most.
No, that at that point I was one in. The one was hitting. That's when I was like, "Ain't no fucking way Asians finna tell me I have a little dick." Because I got to the point where I was like, "Oh," I was like, "Let me guess where y'all are from." And of course, like most second generation immigrants, like, "I'm from America." I was like, "Let me guess where y'all people are from. Why would I guess where you're from? You just told me you're from New York." So in my dumbass head, I'm like, "Don't be racist. Don't say China. Don't say Japan." You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, Laos. Because the younger one was darker.
Why would you go like
I,
no, first of all, why would you go there?
because I'm gonna get there. Because the girl says why I do it, but she says it like in a
Okay.
like trying to like, oh, you being racist. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, like Laos, and then she was like, nah. I was like, the happy Korea, and she's like, nah. And the other girl's like, you just saying the dark Asian spots because she's dark, and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. I was just saying,
I'm
yeah.
not saying North Asia. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go. She's like, you're
That
saying
makes
South Asia.
sense.
I'm like, she's dark. The other one wasn't dark. I was like, she must be from China. So then I'm like going through, and I'm like, well, I don't want to say Chinese or because she's like, why would you say that? I'm like, well, I don't want to be like a racist and be like, you're Chinese or Japanese. Like that's fucked up. And she's like, I am Chinese. I was like, oh my god.
That is, oh my god, bro. You are taking this. No, this is just no. I just don't fucking know what to say. Yo, what the fuck, bro? Nigga, you was on one.
Yeah. At some point, I don't remember if it was beginning, middle, or after the show. I'm I said to the girl like, when you going back? She's like, my flight leaves at 7 tonight. I was like, oh man, fuck this shit. It might have been after, because I remember saying something like when everyone was leaving,
Uh,
because I was like, yeah, I gotta take a piss. I went and took a piss. And that's when I seen one of like the people that's on the podcast. Like he was in the
yeah.
bathroom. I was like, oh, what's up, man? I was like, man, y'all, y'all laid into me, right? And he's like, yeah. I was like, nah, it's all good though. He's like, yeah, sorry about that. I was like, nah, it's all good, man. Like it's for the show. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sure I could get some sympathy pussy off this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Because there was girls there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm
Yeah.
scanning the room. You know what I'm saying? After
Already.
after I
Already,
know
as
like,
you
oh
should.
well, she's leaving, so I'm like, yo, let me see what's up. So then I get back at the table. I was like, we're better off just waiting here until it clears out. She's like, no, I'm leaving right
Uh,
now. I gotta go. I was like, well, good luck, cause they're selling merch. I said, I come here all the time. They're leaving the green room. They're selling merch and taking pictures. Like it takes forever to get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
And then she starts waiting and waiting and waiting. Actually, she got up and then like she turned around and like came back. And she like waiting. I was like, yeah, see, like I told you. And then something happened. I think I spotted something. I was just like, oh, time for me to go. You know what I'm saying? I got up, left. Before I left, I took a picture with the two dudes. I was like, yo, let me get a picture with y'all since y'all was roasting so hard. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, yeah. I was like, yo, it's all good. Yo, it's for the show. Took a picture. I left. You know what I'm saying? Of course. Parking lot pimping. Parking lot was right. It is what it is. I'll save that part for another podcast.
I heard that one. I heard that one.
But
But ain't no way. So I'm surprised that you didn't get the Asian that you said was your nigga. I'm
I
surprised. I
I
know. I
I
know.
don't want to make you know what.
Cause I know. Cause I was gonna say. I know. Like I don't. Like I don't even think you fucked an Asian before, or fucked with the Asian, or nothing like that.
Why is that?
But the way, but the way it
Wait,
seems,
wait.
it's
Why
just
is
like,
that? I only fuck with black bitches. Nothing against the Asian girl. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, if she was like, I'm like going for it, she was just cool. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I went there to watch the show. So whoever I was around, I was just cooling it with. I wasn't like actively
yeah,
pursuing. So I got that parking lot. You know what I'm saying? Then I was like, oh, it's jumping out here.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
right,
Oh yeah, there was a part in the thing because she was like, well, because they was like, oh man, he fucked it up. He ain't finna get no pussy or some shit. They were saying that shit, and I was like, guys, if like I'm pretty sure I said this in the mic. I'm like, if I don't get no pussy, like I'm good. Like I live here. And they're like, what does that mean? I'm like, Miss Pat, you know, like I live here. I ain't want to sound like an asshole, but I'm like, I want to say so bad, like, nigga, I live here. There's bad bitches everywhere. Like, why would I be stunting a girl that lives miles away? I live here. You know what I'm
makes
saying?
perfect
I
shit.
live where
Like,
bad bitches are manufactured.
right, like you got me fucked up with that shit. Time to cast again, nigga. Reel in and cast again. If that one don't work, shit.
Yeah. Shit, I think that's what some of the parking lot was. Just regular bad bitches. Cause you know that plaza be the way it be.
No way.
I mean, it's right next to a Lion King.
Oh yeah, I'm already.
Food
Yeah,
Lion. What the fuck
I'm
am I
already
talking
knowing.
about? Right next to a Lion King.
I was like, wait, you just said Lion King. Oh
So
shit,
then,
bro.
like the next day, like they're posting pictures and stuff, and then the girl posts a picture. You know, I comment or whatever. Cause the Asian girl, she's like, I'm gonna post a picture and tag you in it. Actually, she did it, I think, right there. But I didn't get the notification the next day. And then she posted another picture like, oh, Ashley and Ramel, like where our names highlighted, mentioned or whatever. Like, I hope y'all are ready to be famous in this Facebook group after it airs on Tuesday. And then the black girl was like, no, doing all this shit. And I'm like, oh my God. I wanted to say so bad, because this is what I wanted to say. Like when they was like, oh, she ain't getting this, that. Oh, I don't think she likes you. I'm like, I bet if I bust my motherfucking phone open and read these goddamn messages, all y'all would be looking like, I'm like, yeah, dog. Like, son, I'm cooling right now because I don't want to put Shorty on blast, but you know what I'm saying?
She should have. Oh man,
Don't
nah,
make it act like
dog.
I'm pursuing this girl. We came to each other. You know what I'm saying? So as I'm reading the thing, of course, there was like a hater. She was like,
Of course.
someone should have took the mic from him. And in my head, I'm sitting here like, you're just mad because you're a diehard fan, and I lived your moment, the moment you would die for. I did that with no problem, ease. You know what I'm saying?
You
I
man,
had your
you
moment.
didn't get
I had the moment you would die for. I didn't even want it.
the.
I just knew it was gonna happen because I carry that energy.
and you and you called it out. It was like, yo, if I sit here, we gonna get
Look, at
attention.
the bottom line, this is what it is, dog. I was handsome as fuck, and I was sitting in the front, man. That's what it is. I was out there looking very nice. I had my little dress shirt on, but I could have went out there looking anyway. You know what I'm saying? I was looking fly.
Heard you, heard you. Ain't mad at that.
So then, I'm scrolling. Granted, I don't say nothing. I think I did comment on the post. I'm like, oh yeah, it's all good. Like, I just hope like people are entertained or think it's funny. Like, I'm not taking none of that shit to heart. Even though the next time I see Donnell, he's getting pulled aside because I ain't gonna flex. When I left, that's what I was looking for. I wasn't even trying to take a picture.
Yeah.
Now this is the part I wanted to say, being nice. I'm like, it would have been fucked up because mind you, I can touch everyone that was at that table. Like, I'm that close. Even though they have a table there, I can touch the table. That's how I got the mics. Like, I'm in touching distance. But Donnell's the closest because he's not at the table. He's got like a little stool off to the side. I said, now, it would have been fucked up if I snatched his ass, if I snatched him off that stage, put him on my table, and just started beating the fuck out of him until reinforcement came and started fucking me up or security or whatever. That would have been fucked up, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, y'all over here,
Oh my
y'all thought Will
goodness.
Smith. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, nah,
Oh
I'm
my
not finna do it.
God.
And it's funny. I think that's what I was saying before the mic thing came, because his wife is Korean, and he was eyeballing the two girls at my table. And I
Ah.
said something. And I think that's how they was like, what'd you say? Or gave me the mic. I forgot how I got the mic, but I know right before the mic, I said that. I was like, he likes the girls here because his wife is Asian. His wife is Korean. He speaks Korean.
Oh
Because I
shit.
listen to his podcast too. Because, I support my black comedians shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
yeah, but in my head, I was just thinking, I was like, yeah, it would be fucked up if I snatched him off this fucking, because I'm drunk. I was like, if I snatched him off this damn thing and whooped his ass, I'd be wrong. They'd be like, he was tripping. Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah. I'm like, how am I tripping? Yo, this nigga just tried my manhood. I don't play that shit. I don't play that shit.
Nah. You shouldn't, nigga. I mean, don't try me. See, folks think when they have a status or influence or
It's like that time
people
we was at
expect
McDonald's and I heard those guys talking about
you
my hair.
relevance or whatever.
You remember that? Was you there? Leaving the club, we was in McDonald's. Some nigga was talking
Nah,
about my hair. I know Zoe was there. Cause Zoe was like, "Oh, this nigga's active." They was saying some shit, and I heard him. I was like, "Nigga, you
I
talking?" I
don't
said,
know.
"You talking about my hair? Go outside. Let's go outside." Why you trying me? There's a lot of hell in that McDonald's that we used to go to. Cause Zoe was like, "Yo, son,
You're like, you
yo,
try me?
yeah." Cause I
Oh
remember Zoe
man,
being
hell
there.
no.
I remember Zoe being there.
You know, Zoe definitely get active. He's about that.
No, I remember
I
him
love
being
it.
there laughing afterwards. Like, yo, son, like, yo, I can't believe you fucking said that. I was like, man, they were fucking talking shit about me. I was just trying to like order my food. And it's one thing to talk, but I'm like, you trying me like I'm a funny guy. Like, oh, look at this hair. All right. Yep.
Oh,
What up?
thanks, you're sweet. Step outside real quick. Nigga.
Right. Just just like the other guy at the same McDonald's was talking.
Like, what the
It's like,
fuck
yo,
wrong with
let's.
you?
I'm like, why are we still in here? Go outside. We can go outside. Not saying
You
that.
know,
Not saying that
listen.
means any. Not saying that means anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying if I would have took that route that night, like, hey man, you tried me,
You'd be with
snatch you
that
off
guy.
I'd be wrong. Oh, you didn't have to do that. He was just joking. He's a lot older than you. Whoop whoop whoop. Blah blah blah. Granted, like I said before, like I didn't care. I was just like, oh, in my head, that's why I kept grabbing her leg. I'm like, oh, look, we're part of the show. Like, no matter what, we're in it now. Yeah. Even now, like,
Regardless, yeah.
even now, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, granted, it was fun, it was cool, but like, I don't care about none of the jokes made and shit like that. And then,
None of this
just like
shit.
I won't care when they post it, and if people are like, we hate that guy, I won't care either.
Like,
Only thing I
all
felt bad
right,
for, because I was
hate
like,
me all you want, stupid.
Only thing I felt bad, Miss Pat was being cool. From what I remember, I'll know more tomorrow. She was being cool, and I made it seem like oh, I just came for her. She invited me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, I did come to support you too, but like I'm in response to this. Like, yo, you think I'm a funny nigga? I came for a girl. That's why I'm here. If she would have died yesterday, I wouldn't be here right now.
Like, what are you talking about? Like, oh, G fucking G. Ain't no way.
Yeah. So
Nah, I
that's my
still want to see
weekend.
this podcast.
Oh, and
You
also,
gotta send me a link to that hoe.
oh yeah, I'll send you a link. And then also tomorrow, not tomorrow. Also
What up?
Saturday, that same Saturday, because you know what I'm saying. When I left there, I came here to watch the fight shit. Oh yeah, my bets was on point, son. I think I only missed like two. If them two would have won, I would have been had stupid cash, but they lost. But like out of all my bets, I think like only two people fucked it up for me. I did good. I made money,
Damn, that's what I'm talking about.
and
That's what I'm talking
there's a
about.
big one this Saturday. I'm finna make even more money.
I'll talk about it. Who's on the card?
Man, let's look at the card now. This will be the last part before we transition. I'll also be streaming it too for the 4 people that watch this. We know. We watch that too.
We're there. We're hardcore fans. We're your loyal fans. We're like the ones from this pack that you were talking about.
You stupid. Oh, Bilal Muhammad's fighting? He better whoop this nigga ass. I'm gonna
What
just
is
give you
what
the.
the fuck you just said?
Shut up. I'm gonna just give you the. Oh, the Russians are coming out that night. Oh, they in Abu Dhabi. That's why. Oh, this makes betting even easier. When you said what? What?
If Shevchenko gonna be out there?
Oh, I hear you now. Nah. But I know when they fight in Abu
Shevchenko.
Dhabi. No. Do you hear me?
Oh,
You got a lag,
yeah.
bro. Your shit lagging.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
But I'll say this much.
that's tragic. Because it wasn't lagging the whole time.
Yeah, I know. Shit start fucking up. I'll say this much though. Top 3 fights. We got Sean O'Malley versus Piotr Jan. Piotr Jan, he was the champion. He ain't champion no more. Sean O'Malley, up and coming prospect. I'm putting my money on Sean. I like Piotr Jan. I watched him fight even before he became champ. I remember when he beat up Uriah Faber. I was like, this guy's gonna be a future champ. He just beat the shit out of him. Then he beat Jose Aldo and made him cry, and I was just like, oh man. So I knew he was gonna be
Damn.
champ. Yeah, I knew he was gonna be champ. But Sean O'Malley, just too long. Piotr Jan is short and stout. He can fight, but Sean O'Malley, he's too long. As long as Sean O'Malley keeps kicking him, he's done. And
Heard you.
I don't see Piotr Jan doing wrestling, because I think he used to be a professional boxer in Russia. I don't see him wrestling Sean O'Malley down, even though I know he could if he trained. That should be his game plan, but because he's not gonna be able to hit him, he's too long. So that's gonna be a good fight. Then you got Aljamain Sterling, present champion, versus TJ.
That dude.
Yeah, I call him.
Yeah.
I call him Aljamain Event. That's my nigga. Long Island.
Yeah.
Yeah, nigga. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He fighting TJ Dillashaw. I hate TJ Dillashaw, but I know Aljamain's gonna beat him up because Aljamain, he's got enough hands to fuck him up, but Aljamain's jiu-jitsu is just high level, and if that guy gets
I'm about to
close,
say,
it's over with.
this is the mission guy, right?
He's one of them. He's got good jiu-jitsu. Like that's what he's known for. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, don't let
Heard.
Aljamain like get on your back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Then speaking of, this is submission, man. got the main event. Charles Oliveira, who's technically the champion, but they didn't give him the belt because he fucking he missed weight by half a pound his last fight, whatever. Charles Oliveira, and he's fighting Islam Makhachev, which is like Khabib's protege. Khabib trains him and shit, yeah. But he ain't beat nobody except Bobby Green on like a 3-day notice. Not saying Bobby Green would have did better with a full training camp, but that fight didn't happen, so it's Bobby Green on 3 days notice. While my nigga Charles Oliveira, who has the most submissions in the UFC, and he's a fucking problem. And as a matter of fact, I don't even think his last 4 fights were won by submission. He's been knocking niggas the fuck out. I'm putting my money on Charles. I was going to go the other way, but then I was like, yo, he ain't beat nobody. My nigga Charles have beat everybody in the top 5 in the last 12 months.
What?
Yeah. Man, you finna whoop this nigga ass, bruh. Because you got to understand, he's like Khabib, understudied, Russian, Dagestan, whatever.
Yeah.
He's gonna, and he's shorter. Like Charles is tall and longer. Charles could punch him in the face. Once he starts getting punched, he's gonna want to grab him. What are you gonna do when you grab jiu-jitsu master?
What are you going to do?
What are you gonna do? Even though Islam's jiu-jitsu is fire, Charles is better. Because he'll have one move. As soon as you slip out, you're in the next move. As soon as you slip out, he's in the next move. He's just going back and forth.
Constant rotation. You ain't never.
Until they.
You ain't never.
Damn, your shit fucked up. But yeah, he keeps going until he stands back up, and then I'm telling you, dog, he's been knocking niggas out, like important people, people that shouldn't have got knocked the fuck out.
I heard that. That nigga going crazy.
All right, maybe Michael Chandler, he could have got knocked out, but Dustin Poirier, Justin Gaethje, no, they should not have got knocked out.
Nah, they shouldn't have.
Wait a minute. No. Poirier got submitted, but after getting rocked to death.
That's crazy.
But that's that, yo.
Oliveira.
When that podcast comes out and I watch it, maybe I'll do another one where I have a better memory of it.
Yeah, then you could.
But
yeah,
I'll just give him the synapses. I was gonna do it either way, but then I was like, let me hit Smitty up.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
All right, so what is that? Episode 19, yo, and then y'all tune in Saturday live, UFC.
Check them out on the live stream on the YouTube. You know what I mean? Hey, did you just wait till the end of the podcast to adjust your camera and your mic?
Yep. That's called I do what I want. All right, y'all.